what is broken can be reforged.
After every ability that Riven uses, she gains a charge of her passive, which makes her next auto attack deal extra damage. This makes Riven's trading incredibly strong at all levels and incentivizes her to all in. Riven's Q has 3 charges, which dashes her forward and deals damage to enemies in an area in front of her. On the 3rd Q, Riven will knock up and slightly knock back every enemy that's hit. Riven will most likely interchange her Q charges with her auto attack to maximize her damage output with her passive. When considering trading, bait out Riven's Q if she uses it to gap close on you, or if she uses it on a minion. That would be a good time to trade back. Riven's W is a 0.75 second stun that deals AoE damage at relatively small range. Riven will likely use this at the beginning of a trade to either guarantee her Q auto combination or to stun you at the end of her trade to disengage with taking minimal damage. Be aware of her W because it makes it easy for her to set up ganks. Riven's E is a short-range dash that gives her a shield that scales off her AD. Riven will either use it to engage during a trade or disengage after a fight to take minimal damage. Consider trading after the shield is gone. Riven's R animation makes her sword grow 2 times the size and begins to glow. It gives her a damage steroid of 20% of her total AD bonus, increased range on her auto attacks, and increased range on her 1st Q, 3rd Q, and increased radius on her W for 15 seconds. At any point during her ultimate, she can reactivate R to cast Wind Slash, which is an AoE nuke that deals damage based on percent missing health. She's going to use her ultimate when all-inning, and she's going to reactivate Wind Slash toward the end of the combo as an execution. Unless you're very far ahead of Riven, you'll want to avoid fighting her when she's using her ultimate. When you see the R animation begin, that's your cue to back off. Beware of trading with Riven at level 3 and level 6. At level 3 she gets the most use out of her passive by having 3 abilities, and at level 6 with Brutalizer she will have a lot of all-in potential. Stay back and keep track of all the cooldowns on her abilities and when she's capable of engaging. Trade back after she's blown her cooldowns. If you're falling behind against Riven, you'll want to begin farming under your tower. You want to limit her snowballing as soon as possible. Riven is reliant on her abilities to get increased damage with her passive stacks, so playing against Riven is all about baiting out her abilities. A lot of Rivens like to play aggressively, so having a jungler come and gank after she's blown all her cooldowns is a pretty easy way to guarantee a kill on Riven. If you can out-sustain Riven in lane without letting her snowball, then your laning phase will be successful.